Well, whichever one they're going to give us. Which you're letting them pick the broadcast mode?
Yes.
Will it be in broadcast mode, though?
Mm-hmm.
It will be?
Yeah.
Okay. See, the Royals are 10.
All right. The Facebook message is sent out.
All right, let me tweet it.
Hey, GM, how's it going, man? GM Gaming missed yesterday's game, but he's back for today. It's good to know.
What was quick? Where'd you put the link?
You
started broadcast?
Yeah.
You must have got the notification.
Oh, hail to the yes, Pink. What's up, Nick Davies? By the way, Nick actually has a replica Lego set of Kauffman Stadium. I don't know if it's Lego. I think it's a different thing, but I remember seeing his tweets. I would not mind building a Kauffman, but I think it'd be fun building a Kauffman Stadium.
It would be.
Dirty Sean's here.
Start the pregame here in just a second. This would have been a cooler night for baseball.
It would have been.
That win.
I would have.
What's the temperature now?
It is currently 44 degrees outside.
44. Yeah. You never know about April, man. It'd be weird.
Luckily, our flight back from Toronto wasn't too bad.
It wasn't too bad. A little bit windy.
Yeah.
Kind of moving all over the place.
Got some turbulence there.
That was only when we got close, though. That was when we got close. All right, here we go in 3, 2, and 1. Well, Royals, not a good weekend in Toronto, losing 3 of 4 to the Blue Jays. The bat just did not come alive, except for Saturday, where they managed 9 runs. But yesterday we saw Danny Duffy take his first loss of the season. However, in 4 starts, his ERA just 1.04. But the 10-5 Royals tonight take on the White Sox that have got themselves now 3 games back in 3rd place. You might remember the Royals saw the White Sox the opening series on the South Side, where the Royals won 2 out of 3. And one of the pitchers that took a loss in that opening series was Jake Junis. Jake Junis goes tonight. He's been good for the Royals, though. 2-1 with a 3.20 ERA. Against the White Sox in his career, 3-2 with a 5.10, and 7 games started against the Boys in Blue. And facing Jake Junis will be one of the leaders in ERA last year in the American League, Lucas Giolito, 5th in the American League in ERA last year, 14-9 with a 3.41, 29 games started. Again, that ERA 5th in the American League. Against the Royals, he's been really good, 6-2 with a 2.75 in 12 games started. And I will say this, Kramer, as we welcome Kramer Sansone, the Crame Dog joins me. I'm Jay Binkley, as we're here on the Royals pregame show for tonight, where the Royals take on the White Sox. 4 series for the Royals so far. They beat 2 out of 3 to the White Sox. Then, of course, we saw the Royals sweep Detroit in 2 games in Detroit, only to come back to the K, sweep the Mariners, and then, of course, head on out to and play the Tigers. They lost one of the Tigers at home, but they won all the series.
Yes.
So you beat Chicago, beat Detroit on the road, beat Detroit at home, beat Seattle. It's 4 series. 4 series up, 4 series down. The 5th series, Toronto Blue Jays, they end up losing that 3 games out of 4.
And it wasn't like it was a not typical Royals experience to have seen him earlier on in the season so far, hitting the ball like crazy. Their bats did not come alive. Game 3 on Saturday is when we saw that big 8 mark. 8 or 9 runs is what they scored. The bats came alive. But I think it's good that you got that first series loss out of the way, so you can just game plan for the next series win.
Well, 5 series in and you've won 4. The Royals
good.
have the 2nd best winning percentage in all of simulated baseball, tied with the Reds at 10-5 as far as the whole league is concerned. The best record in the American League at 10-5, even better than the New York Yankees so far. The only record better is the Dodgers at 11-5 in simulated baseball. Alberto Mondesi had the day off yesterday. He's back starting tonight, 9th in the American League in batting average with 12th in batting average. Sal Perez is 14th as Sal Perez continues to tear it up. So Jorge Soler leads the team in ribs and in home runs, 14 RBI and 5 home runs on the season. Also, Adalberto Mondesi, 3rd in the American League with 6 doubles. There is an interesting development, though. Chris Bubich, part of that 2018 draft class by Dayton Moore, and it is littered with starting pitchers. That's the year that Brady Singer, who's in the rotation as a fifth starter, selected in the first round. Then it was Kowar and Lynch that were selected. Those were the selections at the end of the first round, compensation for losing Kane and Hosmer. But then in the collective bargaining ground, it was Daniel Lynch, is the teams with the lower payroll got it. So Daniel Lynch in the top 100, and he was part of the futures game as well with Brady Singer. And then the competitive balance round, Chris Bubich picked that year. Chris Bubich, all four of those guys, Singer, Kowar, Lynch, and Bubich are getting close to playing in Major League Baseball. They would have been making that way up here. But Chris Bubich, the game likes him as one of their best prospects. Started this year in simulated baseball in AAA. He has entered the bullpen now for the Kansas City Royals in long relief.
Yeah, and
having that lefty coming out.
And nice to have another lefty come out. It's in the bullpen. The corresponding move was to send Humberto Arteaga down to AAA. But I think it's a good fit for the Royals the simulated Royals to try and bring those young guns up and see what they can do at the pro level.
And Bubich Arteaga had struggled up in Toronto on his call. But here's the lineup for the White Sox, presented by Purell. Wash your hands. Also use the hand sanitizer. Leading off for the White Sox, Larry Garcia. Second base, batting second, Juan Moncada. James McCann will bat third. Eloy Jimenez in center field. Timmy Anderson hurt, by the way, a bruised knee, I believe it was. He's not in the lineup 1 to 6 days for the White Sox. DH will be Edwin Encarnacion. That leads the White Sox in average, home runs, and RBI. He is doing everything for the Southsiders. Jose Abreu batting sixth at first base. Nomar Mazara in right field bats seventh. Yasmani Grandal, the new addition at catcher this year, bats eighth. And Danny Mendick, that won the job in spring training for the White Sox, batting ninth, and he'll play second base. So Yasmani Grandal, one of the new additions. Edwin Encarnacion, one of the new additions. And Gio Gonzalez, that comes over as one of the new additions. For the Royals, their lineup presented by the 435 Podcast Network, available on 610sports.com. Whit Merrifield back in center. He leads off. Adalberto Mondesi at shortstop. Bats second. Hunter Dozier, the right fielder, bats third. Jorge Soler DHs for the Royals tonight and bats fourth. Sal Perez will bat fifth. First base will be Ryan O'Hearn as he's platooning with Boom Boom McBroom at first base this year. Maikel Franco will bat seventh at third base. Alex Gordon back to the spot where he's hitting the best, which is eighth in left field. And Nicky Lopez, the second baseman, he'll bat ninth. Nicky Lopez and Hunter Dozier tied for the league lead in triples so far this season.
This lineup looks pretty good. It's almost similar to the opening day type lineup the Royals had. So hopefully this juice of opening day from when they won the series against the White Sox, maybe this little type of shine can happen for them again so they can get back on track. Because, losing 3 of the 4 games at Toronto isn't the sexiest thing to see on the schedule. But now you just got to know that we've handled the White Sox before. We can do that again.
And Lucas Giolito, one of the better pitchers they faced. In Toronto, they didn't face great pitching. Tanner Roark and Trent Thompson. But they look good against the Royals.
Yes.
They look good. And then Hyunjin Ryu, that they saw yesterday, was dynamic. As a matter of fact, striking 5 simulated Royals out in that game. A comment already comes through about my Chiefs shirt. I've got several of these. I know it looks like I wear this shirt a lot, but they've actually have that. And I have also got a message, Kramer, that you look like blueberry ice cream.
Blueberry ice cream from who was this thing?
It's same person that was criticizing my wardrobe. Was criticizing you as well.
Oh, well, I think blueberry ice cream is good, right?
That's right.
Okay, good.
Well,
that's all that matters, right?
Let's get you to the game at the Virtual K. 44 degrees here in Kansas City. Nick Davies already joining in. GM Gaming already here as well. Dirty Sean, of course, is in here watching. Probably in the garage with his wife Allison, drinking a few beers and watching it. Kramer looks like blueberry ice cream. You know what, Kramer? I like ice cream.
That's good, Bing. I like.
You know what, though? I'd be honest with you. I guess what I made today for lunch. I made another grilled cheese.
Did you?
But I added more. Grilled cheese with the cheese, of course.
I'd hope it's a grilled cheese.
Jalapenos.
Nice.
Check this out. Real bacon bits.
So you've
fried
the bacon, cut it up.
Use Louisiana hot sauce in there as well.
Look at you being a chef.
And pepperoni. Fantastic. I'll do it myself ever since that disaster I had a couple weekends ago. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Kauffman Stadium. Got a great game on our hands today. Jay Binkley in the same wardrobe with the blueberry ice cream, Kramer Sansone.
It's like I put the wrong shirt on. Not the wrong shirt on because it just matches my sweat, so it's like I don't want to be at one color I want to have some standout-ish. Plus, I like this blue. This blue is great on this.
Oh, Kramer. When I'm dead, bury me upside down so everybody can kiss my ass. I'm kidding.
Okay, Binkley here.
There's the fourth start of the year for Jake Junis. 2-1 with a 3.20. 19 2/3 innings pitched so far by Jake Junis. But he's been fantastic. He took that loss in Chicago on the opening series as the White Sox, familiar with Junis, already making his 8th start against the Southsiders.
The last time Junis pitched, he had 20 strikeouts? He had 10 strikeouts his last time out there.
And that text, Kramer, was not meant to be rude. It was a kid actually saying that.
Oh.
They like you.
It's good. I like myself.
Everybody
too.
likes Kramer. The Cream Dog.
Wish I could say that about you, Bink.
Northwest, people don't like me. Product Northwest Missouri State, the Bearcats.
Off the plate, ball 1.
And Junis will face Larry Garcia leading off here for the White Sox.
If you haven't done so, make sure you subscribe, like this video, and turn on the notifications.
Already 5 likes. You guys are getting a hang on this.
GM Gaming wants 20 tonight.
And Jacob Junis. And that'll be popped up to Alex Gordon for out number 1. It's Alex Gordon looks over the ball, fires it in there to Adalberto Mondesi.
We've noticed that the Royals are using the field a lot with the pitching, defensive-wise. The defense is tied for 4th in the league. There's only been 5 errors happened.
They've been good.
Yes, they have been. So it's good that you feel the chance of having that comfort behind you when you're pitching.
Comfort food like mac and cheese.
Exactly. He's in the pen tonight.
Forget about Chris Bubich. Juan Moncada 11 for 23 against Jake Junis. He really hits Junis well. 478 average for him against Jake. And forcing fastball here. Overcast 53 degrees, the game says.
So it's a little bit
We showed
hot.
44 degrees, but
it's okay.
It's all right. But the slider works for Jake Junis. That's his number 1 out pitch. Matter of fact, he's great with the slider. In strikeouts, and Moncada will charge that one.
That says fair.
And he's pushing fair, and that will be fair. Juan Moncada hitting 478 off of Junis. Hits that one 105.6 off the bat, 411 feet. Moncada's 3rd home run of the season.
I do want to point out that GM Gaming said he's feeling a no-hitter today.
As soon as he gives it up. Nice job, GM Gaming. Wow, he crushed that one.
Yeah, that thing was launched.
I mean, as soon as he left the bat, he knew it. He just had to stay fair. Little bat flip on Moncada. I mean, that ball was out.
I like those chemtrail things. That was off the top of the foul pole too.
Oh yeah, ducking rivals. Jose Abreu now the batter, struggling this year, just hitting 196.
Get over there, Bink.
Yeah, I'm just laughing at that.
Oh, that ball sent out to the left.
And Alex Gordon will chase that one.
Off the base
off the wall. Wow. Abreu almost hits that one out as well. That would have been the 2nd homer in the inning for the White Sox. And as far as the AL Central is concerned, the Royals at 10-5 lead the way the Indians at 10-7, just 1 game back. White Sox have climbed themselves to 3 games back now. The Royals 7-8, the Twins 7-9, and the Tigers 6-9 in the AL Central.
I wouldn't think this is how the game would have started. A home run, a fly out, a home run, and now a double.
And Junis been good this year.
We're going to see Bubich early tonight. I hope not.
See if Matheny uses him or not.
Eloy Jimenez. He was the only White Sox to do anything during that first series.
No ball, 2 strikes.
And welcome everybody watching this game at home. Welcome Kramer's mom. Welcome my dad.
Yes, welcome you all. Bob Travinsky, I think that's how you pronounce his last name. Not 100% sure. He said pretty good attendance tonight.
Not bad. Not bad crowd for Monday night at the K, especially with the temperatures. The game said 53. We're showing 44. Everybody's in a jacket. The guy in the red is not back unless he's got a jacket. And O'Hearn will take that one to the base. 4 out, number 2.
Well, at least he got second out of the innings. Now we just get the third one, and hopefully the bats will come alive for the Royals. That's the big kicker. If the Royals are down 1 already, and if Giolito's on, we got to see the bats wake up.
They took care of Giolito in Chicago.
Yes, they did.
Opening day, he was beaten by Brett Keller. Here comes Edwin Encarnacion with that .322 average. 5 home runs on the season as well. Lead Chicago in average, home runs, and RBI. And
Now hit by
Jake
pitch.
Junis will plunk him there as he kind of has a smile on his face. He kind of leaned into that one. I think he could have maybe gotten away from that.
Yeah,
Look at it. He could have maybe
I think it's slipped
gotten
out
his
of
way
his
out of it. He won that base. Brings up Nomar Mazara.
Mazara has the power. You saw the power when he was in Texas. The few 3 years he was there. Not a good spot for Mazara right now, but I hope Junis can settle down.
Flashed his potential. Yeah, Junis with a home run giving up a double and a hit batter here in the first.
That ball sits the gap.
Whit Merrifield
That,
can't quite get to it. He waits for that ball to bounce, and Whit fires it in. It's the cutoff man, Mondesi. 3-0 White Sox early in this game.
ooh, this is might be a slugfest. Hopefully the Royals can I guess, respond to this.
Well, the bats weren't awake in Toronto, just one of the games back on Saturday. Scored 9 runs. James McCann, .333 average. Barely played this year, of course, the addition of Yasmani Grandal. They've had to switch him around. Played defense in a different spot today. James McCann had to kind of yield to Yasmani Grandal this year.
I think they had messed the lineup again before it started, Mink, because I had McCann batting third tonight.
I did too.
I don't know why I'm at 7 now.
White Sox like to change the lineup
They
on
changed
us
it.
last minute.
The
We even
Tigers
checked
have.
it. All's fair in simulation baseball.
Nope, outside.
81-mile-an-hour slider from Jake Junis. 2-2 count. Rick Renteria, manager of the White Sox. And McCann will hit that O'Hearn. He'll take care of it to himself as he makes his way straight to the dugout. 3-0 White Sox. Southsiders only 3 games back from the virtual Royals in a big series here at Kauffman Stadium. Mike Montgomery, the pitcher tomorrow, against Dallas Keuchel. Here's Lucas Giolito making his 4th start of the year. Struggling this year, 2-1 with a 7.03. Far cry from the way he started off last year. 5th in the American League in ERA. But he's been good against the Royals.
Yes, he has.
6-2 with a 2.75 in 12 starts. His 13th start against the Royals. He'll face Whit Merrifield, the red-hot Whit Merrifield. He's on a 4-game hitting streak at this point.
Whit Merrifield.
And Whit'll take the first pitch. Straight back to Giolito. Over to Abreu, out 1.
Well, it's they're not going to respond off of a. I mean, you gotta think. That's what happened the first batter for the for the White
Things
Sox.
happen sometimes.
Now let's see a Mondesi home run. Let's see a mimic of what's going to happen.
The Royals have been hitting well at the K.
Yes, they have been.
They've been hitting well at the K this year.
Only 1 home loss too.
Adi will step in as the left-handed hitter tonight. Switch hitting Adalberto Mondesi. He's going to lay that one down for bunt. I guarantee you he'll be safe. By a mile.
You know
Now
what?
he's going to steal the space. Monty does, he gets on and he steals.
This bunt is going to turn into a double real quick.
Adalberto Mondesi, one of the leading stolen base guys in the American League.
Counts 1-0.
See if they pitch him out here. How about Monty just laying down that bunt just to get on base?
I mean,
Turn that single into a double when he steals it.
the Royals know how to play small ball, and they've done it. for most of their time in Major League Baseball. So it's the smartest move there. Plus, you have the speed in Mondesi. Oh, catch them napping. That's exactly what they did.
Dozier's bound to see fastballs like he did on last one at 94 miles an hour. Checking on Mondi there first.
Appreciate you all watching with us.
Steal!
He's still Grandal late as once again Mondi's now doing other people's taxes. He has so much time at second base.
He did not need to slide. He could have made that stand up.
I mean, he just knew he was going to steal. He always does. He'll take that bunt and end up on second or third.
I got the count 2-2.
Steals bases like crazy.
I would
leaders in third base steals last year. He's
Go to
gone
third.
again.
Oh, hit and run. Perfect hit and run
Oh, it
combination.
is. That worked perfect. He would have been the third anyway.
I think
for
he
two
would have
outs.
been, yeah.
He would have been the third anyway.
Batting fourth, the
That's funny.
designated hitter, Jorge.
James McCann playing out of position at shortstop had a decent throw to first base. I'm going to see if they keep living that area to shortstop wise. We're going to see plenty of errors
The
tonight.
shortstop is extremely weak for the White Sox tonight.
Well, Tim Anderson hurt. They have no backup
They
shortstop.
had nobody to do it. Jorge Soler takes a strike on that one.
1-1's the count.
I would love to see Mondesi
count.
and
Oh,
Hill
wait,
do a run so you can, you know how like when you run around. I mean, it's gonna be a little bit different. But like you know how like you just do the race at home plate and you run around
Yeah.
and you try to do that back to whoever gets the home plate. Like you
Yeah.
start off on different sides. And strikeout looking.
Man, Slater not happy about that. That's the inning. Giolito pretty excited about it. Hey, while you're sitting there, might as well grab a ice cold Miller Lite. Brought to you by our friends at Miller Lite. Not only the beer they provided, the hats that are Miller Lite. Kramer will show you his hat right there, plus the signage. And of course, Vine Coolers.
Leading off for the White Sox,
Brought to you by CaseyWineCo.com.
Danny.
So whether you like beer or wine, they'll take care of you. Jake Junis' slider again, one of the best sliders in baseball. Typically his out pitch. He's been working more on getting a secondary pitch for that out pitch. See a lot more fastballs from Jake Junis.
I would like to point out Jennifer Morris called a home run but did not get it correctly.
Oh, did Shirley? You get two of them. Oh, somebody asked what the chip game was the other day. And it's for home runs. You get two of them. And that is going to be launched as well. That time Danny Mendick really was good for the White Sox in spring training. 408 feet, 96.7 off the bat for 4-0 lead for the White Sox early in this game.
Yeah, this is not looking like a good outing for.
Especially when the ninth hitter takes you deep.
I think that was the eighth hitter, was it? No, what happened to Grandal? Is he playing today?
Oh, was it?
I don't know. This line just has me all confused.
Moncada and Mendick both have gone deep and straight into the White Sox bullpen.
Yerman
The catcher,
Mercedes.
Yerman.
Getting his first action of the year. Rick Renneria switching the lineup last minute due to some injuries. It's the ninth hitter for him. He'll get good wood on that.
His number 75. I'm guessing he just got called up. Played off waivers in 2017 for the Yanks.
Of course, Brady wears in the 70s.
That's
He's
true.
established.
That's true. So some people just like those high numbers. I bet Abreu played football.
I don't think they played football in Cuba.
Oh, then it's something. Probably played football.
Did he come from Cuba?
Abreu?
The center fielder.
I think he did.
I think it's Venezuela.
Leori Garcia.
Was it? Well, they don't. lose
Good
that.
thing we have a thing called the internet that we can look it up real quick.
Either way, I don't think he played football.
Ball.
I played football.
Count 1-0.
Yep, Cuban born.
Yeah, he's Cuban.
And hope they grew up with a baseball
2
bat in
balls,
their hands.
no strike.
Larry Garcia, the leadoff hitter for the White Sox.
Marine is back in. Good evening, all. Marine missed everyone yesterday.
And he'll lay that bunt down, but it'll be foul.
That ball's foul.
Now it's full count. That's where you will not be bunting. Oh,
he got him
checked
going.
that.
Got him going.
Junis gets a much-needed strikeout there. Out number 2 here in the second inning.
Now batting.
Great night at Kauffman Stadium.
Yeah, it is. Even though the Royals are down 4-0, it's a second inning. There's a lot of baseball left. I like telling it to everybody. There is plenty. There's a surplus of baseball left.
Everybody rocking their jackets tonight at the virtual game.
All I need is a KC on this hoodie, and that's I'd be there.
See, Makata's up to 500 now with 4 home runs
On
against
Junis.
Jay Junis' lifetime.
He likes this matchup on him.
Anytime the shift will work.
Bink, you don't understand. The shortstop would have easily got that ball in that position.
He would have, but it was still a shift. Here's Moncada's home run. He just absolutely tattooed that one.
That was Mendick. For some reason, they hit up. Our guy in the truck put up
Yeah,
Mercado's thing.
that was Moncada.
No, Mercado's a lefty. He didn't put it in the
Oh,
bullpen.
that was Minnick.
Yeah.
Okay. Here comes Salvador Perez.
All right, chip down.
The catcher.
Chip down. We're
Salvador.
going to start the Royals off. It's going to happen, everybody.
Calling it early. We each have a home run on Salvador Perez this year. All of his home runs this year coming to Kauffman Stadium.
Ball. That
Good
pitch
eye.
out.
Got 365 beat.
That ball's
14th in the league.
He's seeing the ball real good. You know, we're only 1 like away from 10.
It shows 10 on here because I
Oh,
like it.
okay. All right, makes sense.
But that isn't.
For some
that
reason,
doesn't count.
for some reason, it doesn't count. It does not make sense.
Please like.
Subscribe. Oh,
Kramer
get out,
species.
ball. Get out, ball.
And we'll see. That ball is traveling out and gone. It's going to bounce off the center field. 442 feet for Sal Perez and you, Kramer. Called that one. 100.8 off the bat. You now lead me 3-2 as Sal Perez making this a 3-run game as Sal Perez launches that one 442 feet. Nice call, Kramer.
Oh, I appreciate it, Benny.
Jared said, of course, this is the game that I shared. You saw me. It's home run for everybody, Jared. Get everybody fired up.
That sounded really good off the bat.
You might get to see Bubic's debut. That sounded great off the bat. That just bounced off that. I once saw a trout put one in the upper fountains. Here comes Ryan O'Hearn. Struggling this year at 174. Of course, his competition, Boom Boom McBroom, already with 3 home runs this year. Ryan O'Hearn will see a lot of the righties this year. Led the Royals in spring training average at 343 with 5 home runs as well. So averaging home runs, he led them. But of course, spring training doesn't matter in the show.
Yep, no, it does not. We actually simulated through all of it. I'm not even sure what the Royals record was in spring training and virtually.
We right through the Cactus League, straight to action, man. And O'Hearn,
1 ball, 2 strikes.
1-2 count.
Yes, Marine, you spelled my name right.
Ryan O'Hearn. And Hunter Dozier, the Texas Twosome. And Ryan O'Hearn. Not looking good there. It's the second strikeout for Lucas Giolito.
The third baseman.
O'Hearn hasn't really found it since spring training. He had a great spring training, and then once the things have shifted over, I don't know if it's the weather coming from Arizona back to Kansas City might be the factor, but it's. I feel like he's going to settle down at some point.
And Boom Boom McBroom has been looking good. A couple 3-run jacks, including going 446 feet in Detroit. Because Michael Franco slowly bringing that average back up. Moved down in the order a bit.
Nope. That's
To the
inside.
7th spot for virtual Mike Matheny. Former Philly.
Franco's a guy that can produce you 20-plus home runs per season, maybe plus 70 RBIs. I think this was still a good acquisition.
It's great
by him.
acquisition.
Virtually.
Well, that becomes trade
yeah.
bait as well.
Oh,
I mean,
exactly. You can flip him for anything.
Giolito fired that last one in at 96 miles an hour. Fifth in the American League in ERA last year. Franco popped that one up. Out number 2.
Batting eighth, the left fielder,
I don't think Salvador Perez's home run's even landed yet.
Gordon.
Boyd bounced off that concrete.
Yeah, it did.
Center field. Comes Alex Gordon. He's averaged the 306 now. He was second leading hitter in the American League for a while. He's hitting well over 400, but it's creeping down on Alex just a little bit. The defense has been what you expect.
The defense has been there. It's been there since he came up in Major League Baseball.
Hit by a couple of pitches this year.
That's common.
First result, hit by pitch in the first inning, or second inning from Junis. Gordon takes that one at 94 miles an hour. 2-1.
Oh, that's launched.
And Gordon, well, it's foul. Gordon knows it too. He's due.
He is due.
He is due. 4-1 White Sox in the second. And Gordon's going to get a hold of that one. But once again, the shift.
Shift worked on that one, big guy.
Once again.
I don't know why they put Alex Gordon on. That's not Alex, it's Salvi. This game at times has a mind of its own, me.
Sometimes it does. Salvador Perez hits at 442 feet.
It's like Mike Trout territory when you hit that home run at Kaufman.
Give a shout out to Ashgrove, Missouri.
Leading off for the White Sox,
Mama Lucas Cantina. This is MLB.
Jose
Here.
Oh, yeah.
Mama Lucas Cantina. Tacos to go. They play our games. They get their customers some tacos to go. We appreciate that. Mark, the owner down there, the proprietor. Friend of us, friend of the show. Did you ever meet Mark when he came in for a tour?
Yes, I
right.
did. I was working the front desk at that
That's
time.
right, that's right.
1-1, no strike.
There's your wearing 70s, Kramer. As an established player, never changing it. Give me 79, stay wearing 79.
Yeah. I mean,
What was your number?
18.
Any reason?
Just something I always stuck with. That thing is sent out to left.
And Abreu will launch that one. Alex Gordon. Oh, he makes the catch before he hits the wall. Lights coming on here at Kauffman Stadium.
the left fielder,
AL Central standings. Kansas City 10-5.
Jimenez.
White Sox 7-8. Minnesota won earlier today and moves to 8-9. Twins were 7-9 before the day started, but the Twins winning earlier today.
He's got 74 for Eloy. Look at all these 70s for the White Sox.
Jimenez, the hitter. They like their 70s. It's that 70s show.
Oh, that goes.
Jimenez versus Junis.
Hey.
They get Jimenez to Nicky
He's out.
at number 2.
I was pretty proud of that grilled cheese I did today, Kramer. I know it sounds ridiculous, but
You know, I'm
we
proud.
had hot sauce and jalapenos and pepperonis, and it actually tasted like something I would buy.
My eyes would be watering eating that.
I told you last time I tried to cook, it tasted like crap. This was actually pretty proud of this.
I am
think
proud of
even
you.
Chef Cody Tapp might agree with it. You know,
Yeah, hey, that's
maybe.
true.
Ball, that's outside.
Cody's tough. There's Ryan O'Hearn played way off the base. Edwin Encarnacion. What a year he's having for the Sox.
That's a hit right through the.
That's going to be a foul ball, just barely.
Should have been snagged, but
Triple crown right now for the White Sox. Not the league, but for
True.
the White Sox. Southsiders. Edwin Encarnacion.
One
that
ball,
ball
two
right by
strikes.
him.
Down.
92 miles an hour on the four-seamer for Jacob. Royals hoping to calm him down. Rough couple innings to begin with for Jake. And that will go between Mondi and Lopez.
Huh? What didn't work there, Bink?
The shift. It should have. I mean, the placement was fine.
The right fielder, number 30. Nomar
It's
Mazara.
44 pitches already. 4 earned. Off 5 hits, 2 home
Boy, he's
runs.
working that arm out, too.
Yeah, he
That's
is.
not something you like to see.
Nope.
That's where you send out the trainer and the kitty. That is not
Yeah,
what we
you
want to see.
want-
That's kind of elbow tightness. That is not a good sign.
No.
When your pitcher is moving his arm around like that,
I have a feeling they're looking at him. I know they are.
and we aren't controlling this game, by the way.
Nope, we are
Kramer,
not.
your hands.
They're up. Right, they blend into the white background behind me. The Macarena over there. It looks like he was pulling that arm across himself too. He's like maybe it's up in his
Yeah,
shoulder.
that right arm, man. It's pitching arm, man. It's not good. Find out
See
if
how-
we get any kind of report from Jake Junis. And that
I got the count
was
1 and 2.
way too high at 93. 1-2 count from Junis.
there's nobody
He's
warmer.
just out of sync tonight. He's not looking the same he has all year.
He got to Kaufman yesterday off that road trip.
Yeah, he flew ahead of everybody.
Yeah, he
you
flew
know,
ahead of
that's
everybody.
the pitcher's duty.
Yeah,
He got in for that big win, you know.
that's true.
Second homestand of the year for the Royals. Way inside.
Mazara's
Gets
making
a
him work.
strike. There's a lot of movement in this stance.
Ball, that's kicked out.
2-2 count is the LED lights at Kauffman Stadium that were put in last year. You can flip them right on instead of warming them up. You can also twinkle them if you like. You like twinkle lights, Kramer?
Twinkling lights, I do enjoy them.
3-2.
I do too.
It's gotten dark here at Kaufman.
Rain's supposed to hold off in Kansas City. I guess it rained quite a bit here this
Ball
weekend.
4.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing.
Mazara will take a walk. Strong wind, maybe a little bit of hail.
The batter.
Back in Kansas City this weekend.
Game.
A little bit cooler. It's been in the 60s. This is getting the 60s again. It's been the 70s. Hell, I think he even got up to 80 in Kansas City once. But here comes James McCann playing out of position tonight for the White Sox. They've been banged up. Minnesota Twins actually passed the White Sox in the standings. White Sox came in as in third place, but
Ball,
it could change
inside.
things with the win tonight.
It's very interesting that James McCann was. Bubich and Lopez are up in the bullpen right now. It's interesting to see
Lefty
that,
and righty.
Well, that's the way you need to do it. It's weird to think that McCann's a shortstop because there's
He's never done it.
They never done it, but we've seen him get a put out already. He kind of looks like a natural.
Well, he's 6'3", 225 pounds, and the shortstops are usually the best players on the team, so he probably played at some point. I saw Salvador Perez screwing around, playing with them back in 14 in the playoffs before the game. He looked great because he's got that cat-like quickness.
Yeah.
So he's a big dude. You have to put in there at shortstop.
Yeah.
But, you know, Cal Ripken was a big guy.
Yeah, he was. I was asked if I took the waterfall back to Buffalo. I did. It was a very intense canoe ride. And then Binkley picked me up from his jet.
Kramer was dying to see the falls.
2 balls, 2
Slider
strikes.
out in front of McCann.
And sliders his nasty pitch. This is what he's been working on, Booth. That out pitch. Typically leads the league or one of the league leaders in sliders. And he'll get that one in to strike out McCann.
We get a favorable call, which is well needed.
But he added that extra out pitch, that four-seam fastball and everything for Junis. Here come the Royals. Bottom of the third. Trying to parlay off Sal Perez's home run. See Nicky Lopez has seen that average up to 209. Has been up to around 224. Been spending time under the Mendoza line, but he does lead the league in triples.
It's his
Tied for league lead with Hunter Dozier and Dom T. Williams.
Lopez is up and down with his batting average, but this is a guy that you got to have him in the lineup for his glove. His glove at second base is really,
He's
really
beat out
solid.
balls at first. He's been fine.
Oh yeah,
He's going to Royals trying to bunt again for a base runner.
and he has the speed to do that as well.
One thing is working the Working the count. Hadn't been working the count tonight against Giolito. That's what they did the first series of the year.
Oh, yeah, they
Against
just...
the White Sox, just working pitches, and they did it a lot to Carlos Rodon. And Dallas Keuchel as well. You see Dallas Keuchel tomorrow for the White Sox. And that's going to get away from Grandal, but nobody's on, so it doesn't matter. Somebody needs to pick that ball up.
Yeah, that probably needs not to stay there.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
93 miles an hour for Giolito.
This would be good. A leadoff walk would be really solid for the Royals.
Especially having the red-hot Whit Merrifield coming up next.
I'm pretty sure Yerman Mercedes is the catcher tonight.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it's not Grandal.
So no, I'm just like
Grandal got the night off.
yeah, it's
Late scratch.
The batter,
very late scratch. We didn't even know about it.
Like literally right before the game scratch.
Merrifield.
Getting tired of these coaches changing it up on us.
Eh,
We gotta they have to be finalized 30 minutes before first pitch.
I don't get it. I just don't understand it. They're breaking the rules.
Pace of play may be good, but they're breaking the rules with the lineups. I don't get it.
Whit Merrifield, 365, 12th in the American League in hitting.
Nope.
I'm going to watch that one at 94 miles an hour. 2 doubles. He and Mondesi right there in the top 5 in the American League in doubles this year.
We got 2 balls, 1 strike.
Circle change to 79 miles an hour. Giolito really changes his speeds up. And Whit makes good
That's
contact
smoked.
on that. That's going to go straight back to the wall. This is why it's so imperative for Lopez to get on base. Easy double for Whit Merrifield.
Yeah,
batting.
Nicky Lopez
Number
had the chance to work the full count, but I mean, you really can't
Got to get on base.
get on base. But
But
that's
something happened.
But I
Whit
like
shopping at the gap again.
he is shoving up the gap. But I do like this part where the Royals are at. I can see back-to-back doubles action or singles. And a single will score Whit from second base. Then we're going to see that single stretch into a double for Mondesi.
And Mondesi hitting 397.
That's
Second
really,
leading vote getter at second base.
You're 16 games in, you're batting 397. You know you're hitting the ball pretty good.
He has got a day off yesterday to rest Mondi. His
Much needed.
energy level was a little bit low, but Mondesi's been hitting the ball everywhere. He hit a home run up in Toronto as well, his second of the year.
Royals just need to push till this off day on Thursday. And then they'll have another off day the next following Thursday.
Orioles in town this weekend. Lighter schedule before it gets tough, but of course I thought the White Sox would be good this year.
Ball in.
3-0 count here to Mondi. Giolito not giving him anything to look at. Last thing they want to do is have the 2 fastest guys on base. And they will. Mondesi and Whit. Can the Royals be up to something here in the bottom of the 3rd?
Now batting.
What Jackson once said.
The right fielder.
Start of something.
Hunter.
And the power in this lineup coming up with Dozier, Soler, and Salvador Perez.
Dozier's, you see his his average dipped to 233.
Somebody is trying to show off that they can cook better than me, which is
That's outside.
not difficult to do. It's like trying to race me in a 40.
It's like a blind squirrel finding a nut bean.
Yeah, I will beat you with a beer chug. Anybody, including you, Kramer.
We'll see about that.
And Hunter Dozier.
No, that's smacked.
That's going to be extras for Hunter Dozier. Should score Whit and Mondi.
Honestly, to the plate, no throw home.
4-3, just like that. That's why we're panicking.
Oh, yeah.
Royals offense, they were hitting over 300 heading into Toronto for the weekend. I don't know what happened to the bats. Maybe they got held up in customs.
Yeah, they're back in the States, and they're actually swinging the
Or
stick.
maybe they
pretty
just
good.
don't like the Rogers Center.
That's
Maybe
true.
they don't like that dirty bird they had, Ace.
That's true. Ace,
It's a
maybe
very dirty mascot.
Ball, that's out.
Ace was the wild card there.
95 miles an hour to Soler.
That's the ball.
Last 8 games, 2 home runs, 6 ribs for Jorge. Hip, hip,
Or hey,
hip, hip.
Or hey,
We do the same thing for Lopez.
that's true. We do. We gotta find something for him. That's it. Virtual Martinez doesn't
Oh,
sit
and Soler wanted that with 94 mile an hour 4-seam cheese.
2 and 2.
Oh, Soler is swinging for those fences.
Yes, he is.
Can't believe you already got 3. Oh, that looked low on Soler.
Another backwards K for
I think
Soler.
Giolito got that one.
The catcher, number
Marine.
13.
Look how
lost
low
the chip
this
on
is.
it.
Look how low that is. That is not a strike.
That is not a strike. I don't-
That is not a strike.
I'm not sure who's behind the dish, but it's not. That was not a good call.
Dude with the popcorns, man.
Nope.
What if that's butter?
How much butter do you put on your popcorn, Bink?
Quite a bit.
Yeah, it's good. Butter's good.
And I like the seasonings you can
It's-
put on
it's
there.
not good for you,
Nacho
but it's
cheese
good.
or whatever you put on top of that popcorn. I like popcorn. Big fan.
Good snack.
You like when the Christmas popcorns come with the cheese,
Caramel.
the caramel, and the cinnamon. I don't like the cinnamon.
I'm not a big cinnamon guy. Is that the one? That's the red one.
And I don't think anybody else does too, because you ever notice those buckets always have a full thing
Yeah,
of cinnamon. The caramel and nacho cheese is gone.
Oh, slap that one.
Gosh,
down.
Perez wants to hit his second here. Royals trying to stay on top of the division. Cleveland knocking on the door. And Giolito get a strikeout there.
But
But
2 runners did come across.
the Royals get 2. 4-3 now. Chicago with Mendick leading off as a home run earlier in this game.
Is this true that Nick Davies said if last season that we proved that every time Bink chugs a beer, the Royals had a home run? Is that true?
It's not true.
Okay.
Is Heidi Watney at this game tonight?
I don't know what she's talking about. That's Mercedes right there. Huh. Can only imagine. He's probably like, please get a
Rick
hit.
Rennerino. Here comes Danny Mendick. Home run earlier today.
That's third of the year.
Second baseman.
Pretty good for a guy that bats at the bottom of the order. Really struggled to win that second base job for the
Ball, that
White
counts.
Sox this year. 22nd round pick back in 2015, Danny Mendick. Jake Judas, 58 pitches now. In the 4th.
We were asked if Heidi was on the flight with us. I didn't see her.
No.
I had to sneak back across the border.
Yeah, she was not. And it's low, and they'll still take a swing at it.
She seems like she's a first-class person.
Yeah. Charter flight, they're all kind of nice, Kramer.
Apparently Jennifer Morris loves the cinnamon popcorn.
I don't. And Judas gets a big strikeout on Danny Mendick there. What a tale of 2 at-bats. The home run, and then the strikeout.
Yerman
Mercedes wearing 75 as well, the third man in the lineup, wearing in the 70s for the White Sox. Hence the 70 show.
Ball 1.
And Judas will fire that one just a little bit high at 91 miles
Oh,
an hour.
it's his debut today. His Major League debut.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Major League debut. White Sox have been riddled with injuries. Eh? Lopez will have that one. He'll fire to O'Hearn.
Oh.
For 2. 2.
The center fielder, number 28, Leori.
Maybe I did, Nick. I don't remember.
You've chugged so many beers.
I
Nick, don't
have
think-
chugged during Royal season, I believe. I've been known to go to the Peanut. And I've been known to chug beer. I've been known to do a lot of things. Nick. Broadcasting announcement. Kramer and I will be on 610 Sports Radio on Thursday and Friday night next week for draft specials.
Yes.
It's real, not virtual. We're
real.
doing real draft coverage, 7 to 11 on Monday night or Friday night, and then 6 to 10 on Saturday. We welcome your phone calls. We'll be talking Chiefs draft live during the draft next Thursday and Friday.
Yes. And we're going to figure out the Royals situation, the Royals play. Might have to make that a day game for us.
While you're at it, check out my mock
Count is 2-1.
7.0 as Junis goes inside, backing Garcia off the plate. Larry's shaking his head.
Like, hey, don't throw me up there.
Hey, you know what? You got a lot of, like I said, I think the Royals could do some damage in a fight.
I think they can.
With O'Hearn and Dozier coming out from the outfield, Soler, it's Alex Gordon, and Sal Perez. Kind of these these guys that seem like gentle giants. Like one of the best Royals fights ever was when Mike Sweeney, not Pete Sweeney. Pete Sweeney does Arrowhead Pride. Mike Sweeney tackled Weaver. One of the best fights, and the most unassuming, nice guy. It was one of the best fights I've seen for the Royals.
You know what's funny? Salvador Perez, when he gets on a knee, he's almost as tall as Garcia in this game.
Big dude.
That's how it is in real life, too.
And that will be driven to the gap.
That's going to be extras.
Alex Gordon will fire that one into Mondi. Double for Larry Garcia. 2 away for Chicago.
Yoan.
Here comes the nemesis for Jake Junis. Juan Moncada.
Grounded out his last time, but you can't not overlook what he did in the first inning.
Harvard around 500 lifetime against Jake. I will say this, the beard is on point. Really putting up good numbers last year. 2 years ago, I think he led the league in strikeouts. He was one of the leaders. If you remember that or not.
I do not, Space. Oh, I think it was hanging. Good thing that was foul.
I wonder how long Junis will go in this game. He was kind of working his arm out there in the second. But 72 pitches now in the fourth. And that should go foul. And it will.
See, I don't understand. I understand people run out those foul balls, but if you know they're going foul, I don't run those
Got to
out.
show a little hustle, Kramer. Nothing wrong with that.
It's true.
Another foul here. 0-2 count. Junis has him right where he wants him. Typically, this would be where you see the slider from Jake Junis. See if he mixes it up.
1 ball,
Sinker.
2 strikes.
88 miles an hour.
Start something. Got that song stuck in my head now.
You want to sing for us,
No,
Kramer?
I'm good. I'm good, B.
And that'll be popped up
That should be good
to
for
Whit
you.
Merrifield, and that should do it for the inning. 4-3 still. Jake Junis gets him through that inning as well. Middle of the fourth, 4-3. $44 now at Kauffman Stadium. When Heidi talks, there's usually some hitting that happens.
Especially for the Royals.
This is the second time I'm trying to go back because I made a little box score on my notebook I have over here. So I completely forgot to write stuff down. I'm now caught back up. So I think they scored 3 in the first, right? They scored 1 in the second, and then we scored 1 in the second,
Yeah.
and 2 in the third. I am caught up to date.
There you go.
Ryan O'Hearn's batting. I think he's due. He's well overdue.
Yeah, O'Hearn is due. And his homers will come in bunches. Depends on the patient level of Mike Matheny.
Ball.
Forcing the fastball there at 94 for
And see,
Giolito.
we've been shopping in the free agent market, just keeping an eyeball out on guys, seeing if any teams are interested in other teams are interested in other players. I mean, we've got a few that we like.
Yeah, we have. So Hearn's got to start putting some good plate appearances together because McBroom's been around on his heels.
Yes, he has been. Had a 3-run shot home run in the series against
Saturday.
Toronto.
And
There we go.
O'Hearn hit that one the other way.
Beating the shift.
Oh, it beats the shift, but O'Hearn needed that one. But it'll stay at first. Ryan O'Hearn needed that one.
7. Michael Franco.
Michael Franco looking for some more hits. 0 for 1. Got a hit yesterday in Toronto. And that should be 2 for the White Sox.
Oh, did not turn it. It was McCann.
Shortstop.
He doesn't know how to turn it.
He doesn't.
He doesn't know.
Alex.
It's a big weakness for Chicago tonight, having James McCann play short. The White Sox defense brought to you by Deffenbaugh because
Yeah, they're definitely trash. Especially at shortstop. I mean, that's what Tim Anderson would have done too. I mean, he's not the greatest shortstop in the world either. I'm joking. Tim Anderson's a pretty good shortstop.
The Royals don't like him. He doesn't like the Royals. 0-1 count on Gordon. Gordon will chop that one to second, then the first. There's the double play.
That's the double play they were trying to look for. That.
Trying to avoid McCann. He said, get out of the way.
I love it.
Look at James. He's just standing back there like, all right, that's how you do it. We're going to the fifth.
He caught it, and then he just took 2 steps backwards. Like,
I give him credit for trying.
I did too.
Leading off.
James McCann, the former Tiger.
First baseman.
It's Jose Abreu.
Abreu.
Double and a run tonight,
Gosh, that's good.
but he's hitting 207.
Oh, one's the count.
Junis staying in this game. Pitch number 78 coming for Jake.
Nope. Ball 1.
Question is, will we see Chris Bubich's major league debut?
I hope so. I really do. He's in the
Brady-
bullpen still.
Brady Singer up here. Get that fantastic 4 up here slowly. Jake will fire that in. Sinker at 88 miles an hour. 1-2 count.
He's kind of settled down. Junis has.
No, he's settled down. He's looked a lot better since the first and second inning.
That first inning's atrocious.
2 balls.
But I'm glad he got it back. I
Home
am.
run. Couple home runs.
I mean, he's throwing strikes, and they're just hitting them. That's just the thing. There's nothing wrong with that.
And that'll go to Franco to O'Hearn. And first out of the inning.
Go.
Now batting.
4-3 White Sox here.
Eloy
Top of the fifth.
Jimenez.
Dirty Sean, this is a defensive liability. It sure is. We didn't put their lineup in. We saw that and we're like, what?
Yeah, we actually took a look at that, wondering what was going on. Then we found out that Tim Anderson was hurt.
Yeah, they're going to have some struggles at short.
Yeah,
Royals, I'd just be peppering that ball to short.
Gotta think, just hit it to McCann. Just hit it there. I mean, he has a decent arm playing catcher. You got to at least have a good arm. He's going to probably hop
I'm
it.
sure his arm's fine.
But usually the catchers usually
Just
want to do it.
mobility at 6'3" and almost 230.
That's true.
Hit at the Dozier, kind of bobbles it.
As long as kept it in front of him, that's all good.
Now batting. Designated
Still
hitter.
to see Jorge Lopez and Chris Bubich.
Encarnacion.
Well, one thing we don't see in the bullpen is someone standing and watching.
That's true. I think he's sitting down right now.
It's Ian Kennedy.
Actually, there's nobody sitting on the bench over there. They're all still in the dugout. They usually go out after the 5th inning. Yeah.
They haven't made their walk yet.
I appreciate that they do that, especially when it's sunny out.
Him
there.
and Rosenthal and Tim Hill.
Especially when it's sunny out there, you get you can't be out there once the sun's still there.
1 for 1 for Encarnacion today.
Oh, that's off the plate. Ball 2.
He got
2-0 here.
Forgot he got hit by a pitch in the first inning. He kind of turned into it. He didn't want to get out of the way.
He turned into it. Junis certainly thought he did.
Ball 3.
One of the
Junis takes a ball on that one. 3-0 now. Edwin Encarnacion.
One of the pitches that I don't like when people are getting hit is say you're batting and you turn and you're ready to go like that and it hits you on the bottom of the elbow. It's so annoying.
It hurts.
Oh yeah, it does.
And Junis will fire that one in. Edwin Encarnacion. Junis' hands are raised in
Are they gonna put the parrot on this game?
disbelief. 2-run shot. 461 feet for Encarnacion.
Yikes!
104 miles an hour off the bat. Junis' hands went up immediately. He tattooed that one. That's the longest home run we've seen this season. Encarnacion, 6th home run of the year, leads the White Sox in average home runs and RBI. 6-3 White Sox now. Watch this one more time. Boom. He knew that right away.
Yes, he did. Just where that landed.
I-70.
Witt didn't even move.
I mean,
Oh, wow. Hit the grass up there.
Now pitching
Hey, Bubich.
here's Chris Bubich, 6'3", 220 from Stanford. Played in high A last year. Would have been in AAA this season before called up. Royals need that lefty out of the pen. But this major league debut right here, Chris Bubich. Royals number 6 prospect.
the right fielder, number 30, Nomar Mazara.
Nazar will take the first pitch. Chris Bubich, former Stanford pitcher, the All Pac-12 selection. Part of that 2018 draft class. All those great pitchers like Lynch, Coark, Bolin,
0-2 is the count.
Singer, Kyle Isbell, the hitter, in that draft as well. The 2018 draft, no joke. Major league debut, Chris Bubich. White Sox have no tape on him. So they went down and
they
looked
do
at
not.
Wilmington last year. Mazara's making good contact, Chris.
I think that's the furthest ball I've ever seen hit here at Copley while watching.
461. That was absolutely crushed. Right, Encarnacion. The 2-2 count here for Chris Bubich. And
First major league strikeout.
there you go. Throw that ball back to the dugout.
He hit that ball back in the
Now
dugout.
batting,
Save that one.
shortstop, James
Zara
McCann.
throws bat, then
He did. He's pouting.
he's pouting.
First major league strikeout. Chris Bubich. Scott Barlow has been great this year. Barlow's probably been the best Royals pitcher this year. Facing the shortstop tonight, James McCann. He's kind of struggling.
0-1.
He's
But you know what? He's doing it for the team, you know?
he is.
Taking one for the team
Oh,
tonight.
that's low.
Open your eyes up, come from the stands. I love it.
Oh, that's the
And
left.
McCann will
Yeah, it's
crush that one and gone. 403 feet, 98.2 off the bat. It eggs a velocity as McCann takes the rookie deep. And the 4th home run of the night for the White Sox.
That's the thing with the Royals, though. They can make it back. They can easily make it back.
Well, the hitters can. Look at McCann waving that one.
He said, I might have messed up in my defensive play, but he brought his bat to do that.
That's what the White Sox are hoping.
But you got to think,
Now batting,
Bubich gave his
The
first
second
major league
baseman,
home run. So that'll be probably his last one.
Mendez.
You got to get that first one out of the way real quick. Because then you can mental yourself back down and say, let's go. Big dog mentality.
Danny Mendick at the plate. 293 average, homered earlier in this game. One of White Sox 4 home runs so far.
The White Sox have 7
Nope,
wins
that's
on the
down.
season, Tyrell.
White Sox are in 3rd place, moved to 4th because the Twins win there earlier. Twins have passed the White Sox, but the White Sox came in just 3 games back from the virtual Royals. Win tonight will bring the White Sox win 2 of the Royals. Matter of fact, before the series ends, they could be tied. Royals win 2 out of 3 the opening series of the year against the Southsiders.
Did he go?
Chris Bubich fires that one in at 92 miles an hour. Major league debut.
That's first strikeout. We had a second one right here.
Hello, Terrence. Hello, Bob. Welcome to the broadcast. Every night the Royals play, we play who they should have played. Tonight would have been the White Sox at the K right now. would have been starting right about now. We start the game during the week at 6 o'clock, 6:10 to be exact. Hey, why would we do that? Yeah, 6:10 for 6:10, eh?
Oh, yeah, I like that, eh?
Let's get a squeeze in between Lopez and O'Hearn. 2 away here for Bubic, but a home run and a single.
Now batting. Catcher.
So 2 guys making their Major League debut today. You got Herman and Mercedes and Bubic. One's batting, one's pitching currently.
Yeah, a little battle of Major League debuts right here.
Oh, one's the count.
When you do the stats, the box score, I'm going to go to the restroom.
Okay.
It's been a few games since I've done that. I apologize. But,
No, you're fine. I'll do the stats with the
But for that Jimmy John's sandwich, as we support a local business, I had a few drinks.
Yeah.
Non-alcoholic.
Oh, okay. So he just swung. It hit him in the back hip, but the count was still a strike, so therefore he can't get his base.
If you get hit by the pitch, and he swings.
You gotta love it. You gotta love it.
Yeah, debut, you know. He'll sky this one. Good contact to the gap. Gordon will concede to Whit Merrifield.
Outscored Mendick.
And the White Sox up 8-3 now over the Royals. White Sox 3 games back, looking to make some damage. First major league hit in RBI right there for Mercedes.
That's good for him. And they want that ball.
Yep, they're asking for the ball. And the White Sox will keep that ball, the first hit for Mercedes. Chris Bubic's like, hey, why did you do this for my first strikeout?
that ball's put out in the stands.
No, Perez fired it back.
It's back.
One count. And he gets a swing and miss there. Lurie Garcia, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs in the last 8 games.
Bubic up to 23 pitches now. You just hit Garcia.
Well, and Garcia's not happy.
Up next for the White
Well, he
Sox.
thought he was going to get hit in his last.
Yoan
His last he was up
Oh,
and in.
it's a second-hit batter for the White Sox tonight. Don't forget they had 3, and Singer comes in and hits 2 of them
Yep.
in the opening game.
They don't like the White Sox. Neither do I.
2 away now. Here comes John Mancada. Solo home run in the first inning. We'll discuss things with Perez.
4 runs came across this 5th inning. Home run. That was a 2-run shot, a home run, and an RBI double.
Yep, that ball went out. Ball 2.
It's Bark at the Park.
2-0 count.
Bark at the Park tomorrow here at the K.
See a lot of dogs.
It's Jackie Robinson Day on Wednesday.
They always do in the 7th inning when they give the attendance. They announce how many canines are in attendance at the Kaufman. They always
Okay.
do.
That's- I
300,
like that.
400 dogs. A lot of dogs make their way. How would you like to bring your dog to the park?
How would you like to clean up all that dog crap being here?
Especially keep your dogs from fighting and whatnot. You better touch it there,
Yep,
Kramer.
we better. It's been a while.
I mean, the controller.
We know.
He fires that one in strike. 2-2 count.
I like it. Like I would never bring my dog to the park. I don't know. It's like I feel like I would not be losing. I'd have no concentration.
And 2 strikeouts for Chris Bubic. We'll go to the gentleman's room.
I'll check the stats while you're away, Binkley. Checking the stats here. Nope, I need to go to box score. As we see, the White Sox have been hitting home runs left and right. 3, 1 from Makata, and Encarnacion had 1 McCann, and so did Mendick. Giolito hasn't. I wouldn't say he's been dealing, giving up only 3 earned runs. But we got to see Merrifield always hitting Mondesi. Royals just need to get on base. If Mondesi and Merrifield are on base, they at least know there's one score is about to score. Ahern finally got his hit. It's been a while since he had one of those. The bottom of the order has not been looking too hot by the Royals. Salvi had that home run that I called. But Junis is out. The ERA for Bubic, which I highly, highly doubt we'll see him coming back in the next innings, up to a 27. But not looking so hot for the Royals. All righty, to the bottom of the fifth we go. Mickey Lopez, who struck out in the third.
The second baseman.
Sporting a 205, just 5. I'm going to say 5/10. I'm going to say 5/10. This is .05 up the north end of
Ball
Mendoza
one,
line.
no strike.
They need to get Giolito out. Lopez had I believe the pitch count was full. So you work the pitch count on Giolito, you can get him out soon.
2 balls, no strike.
We're going to see that 63 pitches here in the bottom of the fifth. That's fouled off. That ball's hit over to the second baseman. And out. Is the runner.
Now batting, the center fielder, Whit Merrifield.
Yeah, with Merrifield batting 1 for 2 with a double, and they also scored a run. The Royals, this is their line. They need to at least get 1 or 2 back in this inning. If they don't, it's not going to look too hot for them. You got an inch away. Hey, Witt's sporting a 4-game hitting streak.
What a miss, Kramer.
Just a Nicky Lopez ground out. That's all.
Don't forget the 7th inning stretch we sing.
Yes, we do. We do sing in the 7th inning stretch.
Not very well, but we try.
I know. I think we do really well. I think we should go on Broadway.
Need some hand sanitizer, Kramer?
You know, I haven't touched anything so far,
Good.
so
Good.
that's what we're ground out there.
Terrence chiming in. The Royals, best record in the American League at 10-5. Tied with the Reds in Major League Baseball. Only the Dodgers have a better record, 11-5, but it doesn't matter. 1 for 1 at Alberto Mondesi today.
I think it's going to be a nice, powerful series this next 3 games.
0-1.
Back in action tomorrow night, White Sox and Royals. Mike Montgomery against Dallas Keuchel.
Couple lefties, southpaws.
That's right. Mondesi will take that
1
one.
ball, 2 strikes.
Giolito, 80 pitches here, or 70 pitches through 5. Looking good so far as he gets Mondi down on strikes.
That is not an inning if you're the Royals you want. But there is 4 innings to work with. If they
And 4 runs. They came back once. See if they can do it again. Try to keep the White Sox at distance. They have a chance to be just 2 games back.
The first baseman.
And we're not sure how the Indians have done so far tonight.
I haven't seen the scores. All right, DeFranco should be out number 1.
Hey, Bubic came back in. I didn't think he'd actually come back out.
Hey, it's that trust factor.
Now
Get back
batting,
out there, kid, said Virgil Matheny.
Yep.
Eloy
You got to shake this off. Get out there.
You're going to be amped up your first inning in the show.
Oh, you have to be.
Being a lefty coming out of that pin in long relief.
Hey,
See what the Royals looking for. Throws that one in. Oh, 1 count. He's mostly been throwing strikes.
Terrence says, I hope the Royals, when they start playing for real, have a good start as the virtual Royals. Yeah, I think they do. I think they have a great chance to. I'm telling you, I think this is a team that's going 500 to the season.
And these virtual Royals are fun to watch. Fun to watch.
I think the ceiling for them is 79 wins. I think they can easily get that.
See what happens. 81 mile an hour.
Well, it depends if they even played all 162.
It'll be interesting to see which plan they take. And another strikeout for Chris Bubich. Third of the night.
Up next for the White Sox, the designated hitter, Edwin Encarnacion.
Yes, I washed my hands in the bathroom and with hand sanitizer when I sat down.
Who said that?
A texter. It's a personal nature, Kramer.
Oh.
Of course I wash my hands. Twice. I used 2 different soaps.
Yeah, there's like,
We're going to be technical about it. And I used the hand sanitizer.
I'm pretty sure there's hand soap, the regular soap that we use, and then there's also dish soap in the bathroom.
some Ajax in there. Whatever.
Should I I understand why there's Ajax in the bathroom.
I don't know. I used it, though. I used like 3 different kinds of soap in this Purell. My hands are clean, almost bleeding. I've washed them so much.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Encarnacion. Leader in average home runs and ribs for the Southsiders.
He extended that earlier tonight.
And high on Bubich. 2-2 count. Major league debut.
I think it's crazy. We thought Salvador Perez's home run at 442 was far, but his at 461 was extremely far.
There's the 4th strikeout of the night from Chris
It
Bubich.
is. Hey, I like it. I like
Huh?
it. I like it.
Getting some swings and misses.
Settled down after
The young
that.
kid. Lefty out of the pen.
I like it.
Future starter on this team.
If I know how to bet,
Take a bet on
Leading up
at Vegas, I would totally put a 500 bet on it. I'll put $20 on it.
Dozier.
The Royals going 500 on the season.
I have not used the chip yet,
No,
Kramer.
you have not.
You still got one left, I believe.
I've got one left.
And Dozier. Gonna fly out there.
Almost over
very,
the head.
Very lackadaisical catch.
The batter, the designated hitter,
Sarah.
Jorge Soler.
Slayer struck out twice tonight. Both of the strikeouts have been looking. ERA goes down to average goes to
Bubich.
3.2.
Nothing dirty about what I'm saying, all right?
I'm guessing that your texter was.
Yes. Very active texter tonight.
Look at you.
At least they're watching, Kramer.
Very true. Swinging through
0-2
that.
is the count.
Jimmy Cordero and Kelvin Herrera,
And blast from the past.
former Royal.
HGH. 2 of them in the building. Holland with the Royals. Herrera.
Get
Wade Davis.
yeah, Davis. In
1
here.
ball.
Where's is Davis still in Colorado?
I do believe so. Or is it Arizona that he's with now?
That's ball 2.
Jim Gammey has a chip on Soler.
That ball smoked to center field. The right center.
Well, it's
gap.
going to hit the gap. Extra bases.
It's what you
Hip,
need.
hip.
Jorge, it's what you need if you're Jorge Soler striking out twice early in this game, both looking. The fact that you squared this one up and split the shift out there. If the center fielder was playing his position, he might have a chance to get that. That's just me pointing things out. But I'm glad Soler got a double.
We're going chip down on Sal Perez again.
So that'll be a 2 home run game. Going for it. I
Did
like
he
it.
hit yours earlier?
Yes, he
He's
did.
hit 2 of them on the year for you now. Or 3 of them.
Yes, he's at 2. Dozier's my other one. I think it's funny. All the home runs we've called for Salvi, he's went with it.
Ball. That's inside.
Tyrell's putting a chip on Salvi as well. Usually when
Couple chips played.
our chat line puts a chip down, it doesn't work.
They tried to piggyback off of us.
They
Trying to get
aren't.
that dub. Sal Perez will take that one for strike.
Bob's agreeing with me on the shift backfiring again.
A lot of backfiring this season. Sal Perez.
2 balls.
Swing at that one, making it 2-2 count.
We appreciate all you watching.
And Perez We'll take the K from Giolito on that one. 7 strikeouts now for Lucas.
Now batting, number 66.
You know what? It's O'Hearn's time. I think I'm putting my final chip down on Ryan O'Hearn. He'll hit a home run here and have the Royals down by 3.
I'll take it.
I'm taking it. I put my last chip down, Big.
I'll take it, Kramer. I like the optimism.
He's way overdue.
We've seen the Royals come back from deficits like this before, and this virtual team can do it.
1-1.
We were asked by Melissa what the likelihood that we actually play in Arizona this season.
If they play at all, it's probably where it's going to be.
Yeah, I agree. There's how many I'm guessing one area they're not to like seclude everything to where like nobody can get in unless
There's
you're
15
just
teams in
personnel.
Arizona and 15 in Florida.
I haven't heard anything with the Florida one yet. All I've heard is Arizona.
No, it was going to be Florida and Arizona.
No, the most recent one though.
Yeah, but they were going to split the divisions. Remember, yeah. I don't know. Hard to say what's going to happen. And O'Hearn will strike out there. No chip to be played for you, Kramer. Ryan O'Hearn did get a hit earlier. Continues to struggle. 8-3 now White Sox. 11 hits. No errors. 3 runs, 6 hits. No errors for the Royals.
Leading off for the White Sox,
Josh Staumont, Kevin McCarthy in the pin now. Chris Bubich will stay in for the Royals. Looked good last inning.
I like the fact that he's back in there.
It's long relief.
Especially with Nomar Mazara.
Pitch number 40 in his debut.
Struck out Mazara in his last at bat.
Minnesota 1-0 on Toronto.
Hey, there we go. We got the
1 ball, 1 strike.
Staumont, McCarthy. McCarthy got called up for the Toronto series.
Houston's up 11-4 on Tampa Bay. I wonder how many times they hit a home run. Brantley has 2.
Willie Adames hit his second home run.
Ball.
Or if Yandy Diaz is still leading the league in that batting average.
Ball. That's inside.
Boston Oakland just went underway.
James McCann, who hit a home run earlier for the White Sox, on the 4 on deck.
Off Bubich.
That's right. For revenge time.
Nope. That's a ball.
Ooh, I don't know about that one.
Man,
I don't
Bubich.
know about that one, Beak.
It's a walk on there. I don't know about that one either. Looked like a
Now
K to
batting,
me.
shortstop, James
The shortstop,
McCann.
James McCann.
James McCann, who homered earlier, one of 4 White Sox home runs today.
He's on the ground in a double play. All right, it's
Show him how to make one, Royals.
yep. Yeah, show James McCann how to do a double play.
Couldn't turn one earlier.
Nope.
Didn't even try. And that one will be in there for a strike. Change up at 84 for Bubich.
Ball 1. 1-1.
Get yourself a cold Miller Lite, brought to you by our friends at Miller Lite.
Aye.
And a Vine Cooler, our friends at KCWineco.com.
2-2 the count.
Nick Davies wants a beer. Anybody can help him out with that? And McCann will get another hit. Outside the outstretched hand of Franco. Scored will fire that back in.
now batting, the second baseman, Danny Mendez. Ladies and gentlemen, your
Pitching change. Jorge Lopez will come in. This pitching change brought to you by Red Delicious
number
Apples.
28,
They're delicious.
And they're red.
Lopez.
8th appearance so far this season for Jorge Lopez, 8.25 ERA. Virtual Mike Matheny likes Jorge Lopez.
Yes, he does.
Righty out of the pen. That's why they added Chris Bubich that we saw today, the lefty.
They added Bubich because they needed some more, I don't know, some more arms back there that is not as lackadaisical, but tired almost.
We're in the bullpen out. Short outings by some of the starters this year. Danny Mendick will bat now. 2 for 3. He had a home run earlier as well for the White Sox.
ball, 1 strike.
Fascinating. Got a chopper flying by around here around Kaufman.
That's right.
That's out.
What's our temperature now, Kramer?
It's currently 43 degrees outside. First pitch was 55 here at the K.
There you go. Thank you, Kramer.
It has dropped down considerable.
What day is it?
Today, it is the 13th of April, and it is a Monday.
You know that date and time brought to you by 610 Sports Radio, home of the Chiefs, Royals, and Kansas State
I
Wildcats.
got 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike.
So who's all going to participate in singing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" after the in the middle
hopefully
parts
they
of
all do, Kramer. And Jorge Lopez give up a hit there.
I was going to get the out at
Gordon
second. He
fire
does.
that in and gets the out. Fires in Lopez. That's what Alex Gordon does.
That sucks for Mendick because that's the fielder's choice rule in the book.
Gordon just grabbed that, fired in.
See Alex Gordon pitch at least a few games.
The golden arm of Alex Gordon.
True.
Might have a statue in the outfield at some point.
Like legitly in the outfield, like when they're playing, there's an outfield, there's Alex Gordon out there.
Put Ned Yost out there. Salvador Perez as
Nice.
well. I told you to have a statue of Perez with the
The
always going fountain coming out of that bucket.
Yep.
You know, just always flowing. The kids can dip in there at 100 degrees, 95 miles an hour for Lopez. Adults, whoever wants it. Kramer,
I think I'd see you playing around with it.
I'd do it. I'd put my head in that water. A hot day.
I don't know if I put my head in it. I'd probably put my feet in
Have
it.
you hold my beard? Get my hair wet.
Get your mullet wet, baby.
Oh, Hearn's got that one. He'll fire at the second. Mondi back to first. Double play for the Royals. Once again, good defense by the boys in blue.
3, 2, 1.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back.
So it's
Root for the Royals.
If
They don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at
the
the.
old ball game.
Nice job, Kramer.
Yeah,
Jimmy
good for you.
Cordero comes in the pitch for the White Sox. This pitching change brought to you by Red Delicious Apples. They're delicious.
And they're red.
The third baseman, Michael.
I bet you anything everybody thinks we're crazy for singing it, but you know what? I don't care.
That's-
You got to be a little crazy to do this profession.
No shame in this game.
Nope.
Those games. Did you watch Horse last night?
All 1.
What?
On ESPN, they had Horse. Did you watch?
They had Horse on ESPN?
Yeah, they-
I didn't.
You guys are in the
I'm,
NBA, former players.
I'm brand new to this. What?
No, they were showing Horse. It wasn't a good product, to be honest with you. It just wasn't. It was boring. But I'll give them credit for trying. It did raise some money, and there's always that option on their remote control to flip channels.
That's. I'm trying to think. What did I watch last night? I don't think I watched anything. I played in with the show. What time was it on?
7 o'clock. Right on ESPN.
Nope. I cannot say I was watching that.
Bob's trying to win the 50-50 raffle tonight.
You know how hard it is to win that 50-50 raffle? Yeah, everybody thinks it's a 50-50 chance, but there's so many people there.
I'd love to give you some money. Unfortunately, I gave it to the sandwiches. Royals running out of opportunities here, trailing the White Sox 8-3 as the White Sox trying to battle themselves back in this division race in the AL Central. Alex Gordon 0 for 2 tonight. Sees that average dip below 300.
He's had a lot of good contact, though. It's been foul this game.
He hasn't been under 300 all year.
Nope.
Squeezing that bat, blowing that bubble gum.
Was it last year he hovered around 250 all season, or 2 years ago?
Last year.
Last year. But he still produces the plate. That's the thing. He may not have a great batting average for the rest of the season, but he will produce when you timely need it.
And he came back with the available to be traded.
That's true.
Which not before, which I don't think it happened. But
Which, if it does
it
happen,
helped the Royals. If Gordon would do anything to help the team.
Exactly.
Outside, that's the ball.
Anything to help this team and hopefully help him win another championship, but it's the fact that he'll end up coming back no matter what. I enjoy that.
98 miles an hour on the two-seam by Cordero. It's pretty high for a two-seam,
Pretty high.
especially with sinking action.
Yeah, you don't want to live up there.
And Gordon will pop out. Second out of the inning for the Royals. Kramer Sansone and Jay Binkley broadcasting for you. Say hi to everybody, Kramer.
Hello.
At Kramer Talks on Twitter.
And you are at Three Guys in a Garage.
That's right. There's just one of us. And I don't hang out in the garage as much as I used to. 0 for 2 for Nicky Lopez to strike out in the ground down.
You know who's due for a home run?
Everybody.
It's Nicky Lopez.
Him too. Royals were on fire in home runs early this season.
Kind of cooled off a little bit. They do have one tonight with Salvador Perez.
15 the first three series of the year for the Royals. Hit a couple of them on Saturday. Mondesi going deep.
Mondesi's home run was smoked.
No balls, 2 strikes.
It left the ballpark in a hurry at the Rogers Center. Jimmy Cordero. 12th pitch of the night. And Lopez hit that one to Moncada. Or not Moncada. What did I say? They went to Danny Mendick. And Lopez upset with himself.
He said, toss the helmet to the ground. And he's
Nicky's upset about this.
not too happy.
Virtual Royals, they understand where the White Sox are in the standings. And this is an important series for them, especially after the way they played Toronto. Josh Staumont will come in for the Royals, making his 4th appearance.
Number 63.
0-0-0 for his ERA this year. This pitching change brought to you by Red Delicious Apples. They're delicious.
And they're red. 4-to-1 strikeout to ball to walk ratio. That's not bad either.
He's been tiptoeing around 100 miles an hour for the Royals when he wants to in that four-seamer. And he fires that one in. It's 97 miles an hour. Jorge Lopez was hitting around mid-90s on his fastball. Staumont and Rosenthal, 2 hardest throwers on his team. When he popped up to Whit Merrifield, and he's going to let it drop in front of him. And he
He's dead.
doesn't get to play at second. Larry Garcia with an aggressive play.
Third baseman.
That ball just landed right in front of Whit.
Yeah, Witt was playing deep on Garcia, and he just could not get to it in time. And the best thing is he kept it in front of him and didn't go past him, because if that ball would have bounced past him, we could have possibly seen it inside the park come on with Garcia's speed.
Well, you just don't see that very often. Rosenthal and McCarthy get the pin through this.
0-1.
No charged runs for Staumont this year. Kind of crushed one earlier. White Sox lost 2 of 3 this past weekend.
Yes, they did.
Royals lost 3 of 4.
One
They
ball,
came
one
off
strike.
a series against Twins.
That's why the Twins got themselves right back in things.
Yes, they did. Now, I'm pretty sure there was a graphic that popped up for just like less than a second on tonight's attendance. So let's hope we can get that attendance thing back, because because it went straight to the bullpen camera and it cut that one off. So hopefully somebody in the back right now can hear us.
It's about 27,000.
Oh, that's nuts.
And
Get fouled.
that is going to be fair. Wow. Good piece of hitting there. There's nothing to do with that one. 9-3 White Sox now.
Cotta
doubles. He's homered. Done a lot of damage. Of course, he came in this game hitting close to 500 against Junis, today's opening starter. No problem, Rob. We enjoy doing this. We'll do it again tomorrow night and the night after.
Oh, yes.
And the Baltimore Orioles all weekend. When the Royals would have played, we play as well. We appreciate you joining us. Thank you very much.
Yeah, the off day is Thursday, so there's going to be no game on Thursday.
And the stats are kept throughout the year.
Yes, they are. Yes, Justin Mora, White Sox.
Not the Royals 9, but they do have the best record in the American League. 95 miles an hour and a two-seamer.
Just so you guys know, we do have a phone line.
That's right. Would you like to hold up the phone, Kramer? There you go. There's a phone that Kramer has in his hands. He's opened it. So we stole it from Jason Katz.
The Jason Katz hotline.
Jason Katz outline.
We'll post the number here in the bottom half of the eighth.
97 for Staumont.
Feel free to call us. It works.
It does. It works. We'll love to talk to you about the virtual Royals.
But only call when the game is over. That's the thing. And during the post game, if you do not want to participate in the calling, you can completely chat with us still on the chat box.
96. Straight down Broadway for Staubach.
Yes, it is.
It's almost challenging. Were you there?
He's like, I hear you can hit fastballs, so how are you going to try to hit this one? Blow it right past him.
Staubach just challenged him. I don't know who the guy behind the plate keeps looking for, but he's not watching the game.
What guy are you talking about?
It's the guy behind home plate, not really
Now
watching the
batting.
game. He's
Left
checking out
fielder.
everything else. One of the guys just
Eloy
eating popcorn.
Jimenez.
Some guy's on his cell phone.
You missed that guy in red, don't you?
The guy in red, he could be here. He just might be a jacket.
It's true. Might have got the cheaper seats tonight and put it up in the
The
upper
guy in
deck.
the red ran out of money.
That guy in the black shirt on the left is wearing earmuffs.
Yeah, I thought he was listening to the game.
Oh, that could be too. He could be listening to us talk.
He's been on his cell phone the whole game.
Drinking cold brew, probably. I mean, I don't know if he's drinking a cold brew. Probably buy pop, soda pop.
It's the expensive
I
seats.
got a ball, 1 strike.
97 for Staubach.
That guy seems like he'd drink a coffee, the guy with the headphones on.
Hot chocolate.
That's
could be
it's true. It's 44 degrees out here.
prevalent tonight at the K.
Eloy Jimenez.
I love the organ at baseball games.
I do too.
It is, yes. It's the sound of baseball. The crack of the bat.
Do they still have the live organ?
They do. I don't know 100%. I know some teams do.
I know Fenway does. They have
Cardinals
their-
have one too. I
Yes,
think.
they do. That's ripped out the left center.
And Witt chasing. Oh, just barely over his head. 3-run home run by Eloy Jimenez. 423 feet, but 105.7 off the bat. 5th home run tonight for the Windy City White Sox.
And they're feeling themselves, but Royals fans don't count it out. The Royals still have 2 more chances to hit, and they can get all the
I
runs
mean,
back
this
in.
ball just got over the head of Whit Merrifield. Whit couldn't believe it either.
He tried to get it.
I mean, you see where Whit ended up and where this ball ended up.
I see Witt
Looks like
tried.
it hits the top pad there.
Yeah, it looks like it did.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention,
And
please.
here comes Scott Barlow, who's been incredible this year.
Number 58. Scott.
His 4th appearance. He's walked a few too many, but he's come in situations with the bases loaded, no out, and still got out of it.
He's done it twice. I think run on the corners last night and
Toronto.
and yesterday Toronto,
This pitcher change brought to you by Red Delicious Apples, and they're delicious.
and they're red.
White Sox lead 12-3 in the 8th.
The designated hitter.
This is the only game that's kind of been out of whack.
This has been the only game.
All of them have been kind of close to even those games they lost in Toronto. They were at least close until the
So that's
7th and 8th.
Yes.
The White Sox came to play tonight.
Yeah.
Royals beat them 2 out of 3 to open the season in Chicago.
2 balls, no strike.
Yes, they did. They moved the wall in at the K. I do not think they moved the wall. This is a pitcher's friendly ballpark too.
Well, the wind is blowing a lot in Kansas City tonight.
It is.
We've seen 6 home runs so far, 5 for the White Sox, 1 for the Royals. Sal Perez went yard.
If you came to watch home runs, yeah, you came to the right game.
Sal Perez hit one 421, and Edwin Encarnacion hit one 461 tonight. .30 count here for Barlow. Already walked 6 hitters this year. Fire that one at 94 miles an hour. On the red-hot Edwin Encarnacion leads the White Sox in everything. And he gets another hit.
It's a hit to the ship.
Leads an average home run and RBI. And I've been told
Oh, he's gonna stay in a double.
man, he's
off
going to
this.
go to the double.
Oh, wow.
Edwin Encarnacion with aggressiveness.
The right fielder.
I'm told he even checks the temperature of the
No more.
cheese.
Oh, he does.
Player. He does everything. Drives the bus. He
Wow.
does everything. Carries the luggage.
Yeah.
Stack them just to show off.
What I'm shocked is the fact that he stretched that into a double with his speed.
I've been told he even manages at times. He makes trades. Does everything for him. It's going to be another hit.
Now, are we going to see Witt throw on? He's going to throw on home. Encarnacion's probably still tired from running the second base. He probably didn't want to chance it.
Now batting.
They're just teeing off in the Royals.
White Sox came to hit today. James McCann. Doesn't even matter where he plays in the outfield at this point. He'll swing at that one at 96. Homered earlier.
He did.
Right to left field. Hadn't played much this season. Only his 14th at bat.
I got the count.
Barlow will
0
fly
and 2.
that one in at 93 miles an hour. 0-2 count.
They get out.
Barlow looking for the first out for the Royals here in the 8th.
Barlow needs a strikeout. Stalmont, he did not even record an out.
It's been a rough day for the bullpen. Saw Chris Bubich's debut. Royals number 6 prospect.
There you go. Got the strikeout they needed.
Barlow's been really good for the Royals this year.
Up next for the White Sox,
Danny Mendick,
the second baseman.
another one of those White Sox to homer tonight.
It's, they need a
One starting job in spring training for Chicago.
double play here to get out of the inning. Got to turn it quick, though.
1-0.
Barlow be outside on that on a curveball, 7 to 8 miles an hour. We're on first and third for the White Sox. And Mendick will pop that one up to Hearn, and nobody moves.
It's a good out as well.
2 away for Barlow here in the 8th.
Catcher,
Maybe Barlow needs to mimic that fact that there's runners on, so I know that I have to get the inning out. He's got
He's
2
Mr.
runners on.
Jam, isn't he?
He's Mr. Jam.
Mr. Jam. Yarman Mercedes batting at his first major league hit earlier tonight. 1 for 4. Got it off Chris Bubich. It's a battle of debuts.
It's true.
Barlow likes awkward experiences. Just see what it feels like. And that ball bounces from Merrifield. And that'll score another White Sox. 13-3 now. Looks like the most interesting man in the world.
the center fielder, number 20.
Sapphire Dragon says, oh, this isn't good.
Garcia.
Yeah, no, it's not. But we appreciate you chiming in the chat.
So talking about yesterday on movies,
Yeah.
sports movies,
Oh, yeah, the sports movie conversation. Yeah, that's a good one.
the Field of Dreams is not in the lineup at all on MLB Network for some reason. Like, I know I need to watch it, so I'm hoping it pops up there at some point.
It was on last night.
Yeah, are you serious? It was
Yeah.
on last night on MLB Network.
No, it MLB Network was something else. And but I didn't. I don't even.
If you okay,
It was some bizarre channel on Uverse. I don't remember what it was.
I don't have Uverse, so. But if you see it on actual, like, you know,
Yes.
yeah, you need to tell me.
Did
like,
you watch
text
it
me.
Eastbound and Down?
Nah, I completely forgot about that.
Kenny Powell, you gotta watch that, man. I want to hear what you think.
Okay.
Binge it. Binge it. That ball will be caught in center by Whit Merrifield.
That ball's hanging out there the
Made
entire
the
time.
walk-off hit in the College World Series for South Carolina. 13-3 Chicago's. We go to the bottom of the 8th.
That is true.
You're going to put the post-game call-in number out
It's
there
true.
now, Kramer, at this
Jennifer
point.
Morris says at least the fans are staying, which is very true.
A lot of them are. A lot of them are. Nobody's trying to beat virtual traffic tonight.
We appreciate you all staying in here with us.
Yeah, the one section there all left.
Oh, yeah, all left.
To the left of the
Now they're all gone.
plate there. But right behind home plate, they stay. And why not stay? Get you some
Yeah.
popcorn. Have some more hot dogs.
Oh, they stopped selling.
Enjoy
Hey,
baseball.
a
No,
kid-
they sell hot dogs still.
A kid came back. Not in the bottom of the 8th, they don't. They're
Yeah,
closing
do.
shop.
No, it's Kramer. They don't sell beer. They'll sell whatever else you want to eat. They cut off beer sales. They don't cut off hot dog
But they
sales.
usually start cleaning up
Damn
and
it,
closing
Kramer, you're
stuff by
wrong.
the bottom
No,
part.
no. Chat line, tell Kramer he's not right. 'Cause if you don't, he'll think he's right. Don't Mondesi 1 for 2
Have you
today.
used your last ship yet?
No.
Yeah.
I'm putting it right here on Monday.
All right, but I'm Monday. I like it. Being ambitious.
You can still buy dogs. You just can't buy beer.
I know you can't buy beer.
1-1's the
You
count.
can buy dogs still. What's the baseball movie of Tom Selleck that Davies asked?
Got
What was
one ball,
that?
1 strike.
I remember that one. I remember the name of it. Oh, Kramer. I wonder if you've never gotten a hot dog after the 8th.
Mr. Baseball.
Mr. Baseball.
Never seen it. Never seen it. Usually by the 8th, I'm not hungry at all anymore. Usually by the 8th, I'm usually out of the game.
Well, we had pregame sandwiches today. Both of us had the Italian nightclub, and Monty strikes out.
Thailand nightclub's really is good sandwich.
Now batting, the right fielder, Hunter Dozier.
913-744-3864 is our commandeered phone line.
Chase Cat's hotline. Oh, that ball went right back in that Mercedes.
Hunter Dozier down to 242 now.
He did raise his average up a little bit. It was at a 233.
Yeah, he's hitting the ball okay in Toronto. The bats just weren't there except for Saturday. Sporadic hitting. And Cordero will fire that one at 98 miles an hour.
Nick Davies has a pro tip in the chat. I did not know that.
Leave it to Nick Davies.
I got the count.
97 miles an hour, but high on Dozier.
Oh, no way. That ball was up and in.
Dozier will K that
That thing was way up.
One more chance for the boys in blue as we move to the ninth inning. 13-3 Southsiders. Looking to come 2 games back in the virtual
Your
Royals.
attention, please.
Here comes Ian Kennedy getting an appearance tonight.
We haven't seen
7th
him.
appearance, 9 ERA. We haven't seen it in much. Matter of fact, he got his last save here in Kansas City.
That was his last outing. Was
Against,
Wednesday?
Detroit.
Yep, against Detroit.
He blew a save on Monday. Got the save. He was leading Major League Baseball, simulated baseball, 4 saves on the year. This pitching change brought to you by Red Delicious Apples. They're delicious.
And they're red. Nick, I'm pretty sure that one is almost every single one of them, because I still do that. I bring it back to the games as well.
Lefty and a righty in the pin for the Royals. Hill and McCarthy. Ian Kennedy just getting some work. Didn't pitch at all up in Toronto. Speaking of nice beards, Ian Kennedy was on with Cody and Gold last week. Really good interview. Check it out on demand, 610sports.com. Hearn bobbles that one, but he foul. Gave tips for Alex Gold growing a beard. Good one, Ian Kennedy.
I don't think Alex grows that much hair.
I think he struggles with it.
I know I do. My beard.
We all know you do, Kramer.
Struggle with a lot of things, but
No truer words have been said. Just kidding, Kramer. After all, your mom listens.
it's true.
Be nice to you. Mrs. Crane Dog. Hailing from St. Joe, Missouri. Shout out St. Joe.
Yeah, it was fun while it lasted. Me.
Shout out St. Joe. Training camp home with the Chiefs.
Which hopefully that actually training camp actually happens this year.
Go up there. New contract with St. Joe. Great place for training camp. Ian Kennedy will get the strike out there. 1 away.
What
Moncada's done some damage tonight, but not here with Ian Kennedy.
The first
Kennedy
baseman,
needs to do, come in here,
Jose
get into the bottom of the ninth.
Abreu.
Hopefully the Royals can,
I guess get a moral victory by scoring at least a few runs and put a dent for this
There's
10
no
run
such
lead.
thing as moral victories, Kramer. We've been over this. The only one I've ever given is Kansas playing Texas so close.
But you just got to think
Because it should have been a blowout.
the last time the Royals scored a run was back in the third. So you got to think they can score at least 1 or 2.
There's no crying or moral victories in baseball, Kramer.
let's go into the next game knowing that, okay, we got the bats firing up in the bottom of the ninth, and we're going to start things off in the top of the first or the bottom of the first tomorrow.
1-1.
Let me apologize for Kramer. Jose Abreu, look at this. Trying to work through some stiffness. The trainers believe the injury is just a few days rest will make him as good as new.
That's good for Royals.
Jose Abreu has been removed from the game. We might not see him the rest of the series.
Nope.
We can be moved around again.
It's true. That's my Grandal's going to grab a.
This is 1 to 6
twig.
days for Tim Anderson.
That's
so
true.
we can see McCann somewhere else at first base.
That's ball 2.
2-1 count for Kennedy.
I agree. Moral victories do suck.
Kennedy will get another swing and miss. Cutter at 92. Ian Kennedy moved that closer role last year.
Jose Abreu, all he did today was
He did a double in the first. Oh, good thing that's going foul. That's probably the 6th home run for the White Sox.
They've been busy rounding the bases. And Lopez will get it. Fire at the Hearn.
That was close. But
And he'll get him. Ian Kennedy records the second out of the inning. That was kind of a slow developing
That was
play.
a very slow developing play. Took his time.
Lopez had to use that arm. Eloy Jimenez hit a home run earlier.
That's Money Grandal thought he was just going to be taking the night off.
Bob's saying that McCann can be used in the utility player slot on your fantasy team.
That's very true. Yeah.
6'3", 225 pounds. He did not turn 2 tonight when he had an opportunity. Not used to it.
He caught the balls like, what do I do now?
He wasn't sure. McCann will do anything.
He literally caught it, took 2 steps back off the bag, and not even think about throwing it to first base.
3 catchers on the roster. Mercedes, Yasmani Grandal, and McCann.
It's true. You would think they would have called up a second baseman or a shortstop to fill the void with the soreness and the knee strain of Tim Anderson. Now you got back stiffness from.
The injuries keep mounting up. But
I think it's a few days rest. I want to see. We'll see if they put him on the
lineup's
DL
looking good tonight for Renneria.
or the IL. Excuse me.
A fly out to Dozier. Should be the 3rd out of the inning. Here we go. 3 more outs for the boys in blue. 913-744-3864 is the post-game call-in show. Got 3 more outs to go.
Your attention, please. A defensive change for the
Here
White
comes
Sox.
Yasmani. He's coming to first base for Abreu.
So all 3 catchers the White Sox have are playing currently or right now.
And only one of them a catcher.
Yep.
Jorge Soler now. It's .333 average. Leads the Royals with home runs and RBI.
The designated hitter, Jorge.
Hip, hip.
Jorge!
Hip, hip.
Jorge! Wish we could have said that before Jorge Lopez.
Yeah, we should have. We should have. Error on my part.
What's the Jay Binkley sandwich at St. Joe?
You know what, Nick? It was the chili cheese onion rings. Is what it was. That was my items. 98 miles an hour.
Wait, where at?
At Uncle D's.
Oh.
It's not open anymore.
Yeah, no, it's not. I actually,
It's
very
a great
close.
spot. It's been many at training camp shows at Uncle D's. But it was chili cheese onion rings.
I think I ate at Uncle D's probably a handful of times, maybe 2 or 3 times.
The reason for it is Ancillary takes a swing on that one.
It's a good
Because
sports.
there's always
It
chili
was.
cheese nachos, chili cheese onion rings,
Wasn't there a pool table in
chili
there?
cheese tots. Yes, there was a pool table. Saw a fight on that one night. And there's no chili cheese onion ring. I went to Uncle D. He put it on the menu. Jorge Soler strikes out.
Strikes out looking at once again.
The catcher, number 13.
So you've seen a guy a fight happen at the pool table.
That's what happens at bars sometimes, Kramer. It's
true.
People getting fights. All part of the experience.
People get thrown through a window.
All part of the experience, Kramer.
Starts becoming a Western movie. Cactus Rolls By, or what those things are called.
I've been watching a lot of westerns lately.
See Dances with Wolves?
Not yet.
You need to watch that one. That's a good one.
Now batting, number 66.
Two away.
Would you classify Paper Moon as a Western? I've seen that on TV. You've seen Paper Moon, right?
Yeah, I don't remember, Kramer.
It's the movie that was filmed in St. Joe.
I don't remember that. I don't remember that. You, of course, remember that. Anything St. Joe, you know.
Thing was back in 1930.
Did you call it Joetown?
I called it Joe.
The Joe? I just wonder what the locals call it. I was
St. Joe.
call it Joetown.
I've never said Joetown. I don't think I have.
Did you ever call it St. Joseph?
No, it's always St. Joe. I think it's weird saying St. Joseph, but when you have to write stuff down legally, you have to. And you have to spell out the saint. Oh, bat flying.
And Lopez will fly out there, and the White Sox will get the 13-3 win over the Royals tonight. They'll improve their record to 8-8 on the season, climb to just 2 games back of the boys in blue. The Royals fall tonight 10-6 as Jake Junis will take the loss for the boys in blue. Minnesota winning earlier. They had moved into third place, but the White Sox needed this one, but the injuries mount up. Tim Anderson already hurt. We saw Jose Abreu get hurt tonight, but it was Lucas Giolito looking fantastic against the Royals. And again, coming in tonight, he was 6-2 at the 2.75 in 12 career starts against the boys in blue. 13-3, the White Sox score 3 in the first, 4 in the fifth, 5th in the 8th, 18 hits, 13 runs for the Southsiders. They've won 2 against the Royals this year. The Royals won 2 against them. The win will be Lucas Giolito goes to 6 innings. Jimmy Cordero pitched 3 innings for the
Got the
White Sox.
save on that too, because the reason why for that is because it was I think it was a 4. It was only a 1-run game at that point. So, wow, that's I have not seen a 3-inning pitch save in
It's been a while.
time.
Encarnacion gets the player of the game, 3 for 4 today. For the Royals, a lot of 1 hits in this one. 6 hits for the Royals. Merrifield, Mondesi continues to hit 385 now. Dozier with the hit. Perez with the hit. He hit the home run for the Royals. Double was Whit Merrifield now with 6. That ties the team lead with Alberto Mondesi with 6. Salvador Perez hits his 4th home run, which is number 2 on the Royals behind the 5. Jorge Soler, Jay Junis goes 4 1/3, was touched up early in this game. 6 earned runs he gives up. Chris Bubich made his debut, 1 2/3 inning, 4 hits, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts for Chris. Jorge Lopez comes in, pitches an inning. Josh Staumont does not record an out. Scott Barlow goes an inning, gives up 3 hits. His ERA goes to 1.5. He had a 0.00 ERA, and Ian Kennedy pitches the final inning, giving up a strikeout. 913-744-3864 is the postgame show hotline. Here's the highlights of this. How they started things off. Moncada homering to right 411 feet in an RBI. Hits the foul pole.
That barely stayed fair. By the way, have a good one, Dirty Sean. See you tomorrow.
See you, Dirty Sean. And Mazzara chimed in as well. It was 3-0 at this point for the White Sox. This scored 2.
18 hits by the White Sox. That's the kicker in all of this, I feel like. And the fact that those hits produced runs, it was just a timely hitting by the White Sox for this game.
There's Mendick even getting part of the action, 408 feet. Second baseman for the White Sox. 5 home runs for the White Sox tonight. 1 for the boys in blue.
If you like home runs, this was the game to watch.
Wind was blowing out tonight.
It was.
Stiff wind here in Kansas City. Here's Sal Perez, 442-foot home run. Thought he launched this one. But we see a longer home run than this.
I like how he's smiling back there knowing it.
442. Hits that concrete right up there and bounces that eye wall. And here's Dozier's 2 RBI doubles. Dozier continues to add the RBIs for the boys in blue.
Yeah, knowing like this part in the third, thinking that okay, it's gonna be a back
4-3 game.
4-3. Maybe this is gonna keep hanging around. The runs are gonna keep piling up, but then it just got busted open like a can of sardines.
And that was the biggest blast we have seen this year. 461 feet to center.
How much it was land?
Edwin Encarnacion, who leads the White Sox in home runs, RBI, and home runs. James McCann hit one here to left field. 403 feet for James.
Nick Davies says, let's go get it. Go to the bar tonight and shake this one off.
Shake it off. The Royals traveling overnight, Toronto to Kansas City. Ryan O'Hearn swinging late at a strikeout there. There's Eloy Jimenez, 423 feet. These home runs were not cheap tonight.
No, they were not.
For the White Sox.
They had to earn every single bit of it. They also had to go to the deepest part of the field on most part of the home runs rather than going to the foul pole. They were just on one.
Boy, Perez and Encarnacion really got a hold of them. 442 for Perez and 461 for the player of the game, Edwin Encarnacion. Royals fall to 10-6. The White Sox 8-8. Jay Junis had come into tonight's game at 2-1 with a 3.20 ERA. Tomorrow, 6:10 for the first pitch. Pregame at 6 o'clock. It's Mike Montgomery, 2-1 on the season with a 3.94 going against Dallas Keuchel, who's 0-1 this year with a 4.76 in 17 innings pitched. For the White Sox, Edwin Encarnacion, though, continues his hot streak. What an off-season acquisition for the Southsiders.
Yeah, it's they've I guess they've improved. They had to in order to want to, I guess, compete in this division, especially for have a team like the Royals stepping up and starting off hot this season, or even trying to compete with, say, the Twins or the Indians. We already know the Detroit Tigers, they have some time to go in order to flourish, but the key acquisitions, like such as Encarnacion, it might help the White Sox this year.
We didn't see Kopech.
Nope.
We saw him a lot in the first series.
Yeah, we did. I'm surprised we didn't see him warming up in the pen. Also, DJ says, love that you guys are streaming this. I miss baseball too much. Yes, we all miss baseball. Right?
We miss baseball, too. We miss baseball. But you can still grab a cold beer. Get yourself an ice cold Miller Lite from our friends at Miller Lite. Get you some hot dogs, even after the 7th. And some nachos.
But usually they start cleaning stuff and
Hey,
closing
Kramer, you
down
can still buy hot dogs.
The middle of the 8th.
They don't
to
cut
the
off
9th.
non-alcoholic items.
When we go to the game, when it officially happens, we'll
I'll send you
out.
down the 8th for hot dogs.
All right, I'll get that round on us, on me at least.
Kramer Sansone. Crane Dog, as we like to call him. Well, Kramer, hey, 4 of 5 for the boys in blue.
It's not a good look right now. Not a good look.
4 series. The Royals won all 4 to begin the season.
That's really good.
They got to get themselves back. They can still win the series, though. Big outings on Tuesday and Wednesday.
As right now, they just got to think. We're back in town for at least a week. Let's get as many wins as we can at home. Then we can go on that trip to, I believe, it is Chicago.
After Baltimore. Baltimore over the weekend. For Kramer Sansone, I'm Jay Binkley. Thanks for watching. Good night, Kansas City.